I was listening to a story Hugh Jackman told about a conversation he had with Jerry Seinfeld years ago. And Jackman asked Jerry why he ended Seinfeld when it was still the biggest show on television. Why walk away when you were at the top? So Jerry's answer stuck with him. He said you should always leave something in the tank. Don't run yourself dry creatively. Leave people wanting more. I've been thinking about that story a lot because I honestly believe that's exactly how Rockstar has built Grand Theft Auto. They don't oversaturate us with trailers. They don't show us every mission or every mechanic months before release. They disappear. They let the anticipation build. They literally leave us wanting more. And every single time it works. I'm 38 years old, and I honestly feel lucky because I've lived through almost the entire Grand Theft Auto era. I started with GTA 3, watched the series evolve through Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, 5, and now we're finally on the road to GTA 6. I was actually still serving in the army when GTA 5 came out in 2013. Think about that for a second. And since then, I finished my military service, raised my kids, started a business, built podcasts, and lived an entire chapter of my life. And now we're finally about to experience the next Grand Theft Auto. My generation and the generations that came after us grew up with something special, right? GTA wasn't just another video game. It gave us a world where we could do whatever we wanted, become whoever we wanted, and get lost in one of the greatest open world sandboxes ever created. And it changed gaming forever and influenced countless games that followed. Yet here we are, more than 20 years later, and people are still finding reasons to complain. Whether it's the digital-only editions, the pricing, the pre-orders, the release dates, or every tiny detail Rockstar reveals, it feels like the conversation has shifted away from appreciating what we're actually getting. I'm Clean Sanchez, and today I want to talk about everything happening in the GTA 6 community, from the complaints to the excitement, and why I think Rockstar understands something that most game studios simply don't. And if you enjoy conversations like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out everything we're building over at Clean Sanchez Media. Now let's get into it. I keep going back to what Jerry Seinfeld told Hugh Jackman. Leave something in the tank, leave them wanting more. And the more I think about it, the more I believe that's exactly what Rockstar has mastered. Look at the timeline. The game leaks, Rockstar is forced to acknowledge it, makes a statement, and drops trailer 1. The internet absolutely loses its mind. Millions of people are dissecting every single frame, looking for clues. Then, silence. Eventually, we get trailer 2. A handful of screenshots, a few postcards, that's it. And once again, the community does what it does best. Content creators break down every frame, every reflection, every license plate, every NPC, every tiny detail imaginable, and the GTA mapping project starts comparing locations. People are building theories, making predictions, connecting dots that may or may not even exist. The hype somehow gets even bigger, and then Rockstar disappears again. And that silence, it gives people the collywobbles. AI-generated leaks were everywhere. Fake gameplay videos were fooling people every single day. 12th Hour managed to prank almost the entire community. And rumors became news, and news became rumors because nobody actually knew what was happening. And the only thing people had to hold on to were the Take-Two earning calls, hoping for even the smallest mention of GTA 6. Then suddenly, pre-orders were announced. Rockstar drops a mountain of information, new screenshots, character details, locations, businesses, vehicles, wildlife, tiny environmental details, and every image seemed to reveal something new, and for a while it felt like Christmas morning for GTA fans. But then something interesting happened. There wasn't a trailer 3, and that's when it clicked for me. Maybe this isn't Rockstar falling behind. This is the plan. Because if there's one thing Rockstar understands better than almost anyone else in entertainment, it's anticipation. Every Grand Theft Auto has generated unbelievable hype, but GTA 6 feels different, right? It feels bigger, and I don't think that's by accident. So the marketing strategy works on so many levels. And now I want to make something clear. This is just my opinion. I have absolutely nothing to back this up other than watching Rockstar for the last 20 plus years. But when I really sit back and think about it, I believe this is exactly how their leave them wanting more strategy works. First, they give us just enough. Not enough to answer every question, but just enough to create 100 new ones, right? One trailer, a handful of screenshots, a website update, some artwork, every single thing they release gives us answers, but somehow leaves us with even more questions than we had before. Then they step back. And this is where the magic happens. This is when the community takes over. Millions of fans, thousands of YouTubers, streamers, podcasters, Reddit, Discord, GTA forums, the GTA mapping project. Everybody starts digging, everybody starts making theories, and everybody starts creating content. Rockstar doesn't have to keep talking because we're doing it for them. Then comes the silence, right? And I think that's the most important part. Silence creates curiosity. Curiosity creates theories. Theories create discussions. Now, discussions create millions of videos, posts, tweets, shorts, podcasts, and before you know it, GTA 6 is trending again, right? Without Rockstar having to say a single word. Not one word. Then just as things begin to settle down, they drop another breadcrumb, another trailer, another screenshot, another piece of artwork, another website update, and the entire cycle starts all over again. They never completely satisfy our curiosity because if they did, we'd stop talking, right? Instead, they answer just enough to keep the conversation alive while creating 20 new questions for every one they answer. And they repeat that process all the way up until launch. By the time GTA 6 finally releases, the community will have spent years marketing the game for them. And that's why I don't think Rockstar's greatest marketing tool is their trailers. It's the anticipation. They have literally figured out that waiting has become part of the experience. The speculation, the theories, the excitement, the frustration, the countdown, that's all part of the ride now. They're doing exactly what Jerry Seinfeld talked about. They're leaving something in the tank and they're leaving us wanting more. Now let's talk about the thing that seems to have everybody divided. The price. $80 for the standard edition, $100 for the ultimate edition. And honestly, I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. Hear me out. I'm old enough to remember people complaining when games jumped from $40 to $50. When then everyone complained when they became $60. And you know what else I remember? Those same people saying eventually games are gonna cost more. We all saw it coming. Inflation exists. Development costs have exploded. Teams are larger than ever. Games take 5, 6, sometimes 10 years to make now. Did anyone honestly believe that Rockstar was going to release what is arguably the biggest entertainment launch in gaming history for 2004 prices? Come on, that is never going to happen. Now, whether you agree with the price or not is completely up to you. I'm not telling anyone how to spend their money, but let's look at Rockstar's own history for a second. Back in 2008, GTA 4 launched with a special edition that retailed for about $90. In 2013, GTA 5 had an $80 special edition and a $150 collector's edition packed with physical collectibles like a security deposit bag, a Los Santos hat, collectible packaging, and a ton of in-game bonuses. People happily spent $150 over a decade ago. Now, fast forward to today, we're talking about a $100 Ultimate Edition. That's actually $50 cheaper than GTA 5's Collector Edition was at launch, and it doesn't stop there. Every single year, people buy the highest editions of the games like WWE 2K, NBA 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, EA Sports Football Club, and plenty of others for anywhere between $100 and $150, and sometimes even more once deluxe bundles and early access are in the conversation. Yet somehow, GTA 6 is the game where everyone suddenly draws the line. Again, if you don't think the game is worth $80, that's completely fair. Vote with your wallet. But I don't think anyone should be shocked by the price. If anything, I think most of us knew this day was coming years ago. The real conversation, in my opinion, isn't whether GTA 6 costs $80. It's whether Rockstar delivers an $80 experience. And judging by their track record, I think they know exactly what's expected of them. Now let's talk about the digital-only release. And I'll be honest, I understand why people are upset. There's something special about going to a midnight release, picking up a physical copy, opening the case for the first time, and putting that disc into your console. That's an experience a lot of us grew up with, and I completely understand why people don't want to see that disappear. But personally, I'm okay with it. We're living in a digital age. The last physical game I actually bought was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Everything else since then has been digital. Now, don't get me wrong, I love collecting things. I have old action figures, I've got vinyl records, VHS tapes, comic books, CDs, retro games, old consoles. I completely understand the collector mentality because I am one, but for some reason I've just never felt that way about modern game cases. Like, maybe it's just me, but when I look at a shelf full of PS5 or Xbox games, all I see are those giant labels running across the top or down the side. You barely get to appreciate the artwork anymore, so to me they just don't display as nicely as a vinyl record or even an old PlayStation 2 game. So I've always preferred having my games digitally. Now, one argument I've seen a lot is that this means physical media is dead, and I don't necessarily agree with that. If physical media was actually dead, why are vinyl records making a huge comeback? Why are people making VHS tapes again? Why is retro gaming market stronger than it's been in years? Physical media never really died. It just became another option. And then there's probably the biggest argument of them all. You don't actually own your digital games. Technically, that's true. But here's where I think the conversation gets a little misleading. When you buy a digital game, you're purchasing a license to play it. The thing is, that's becoming true for physical games too. A modern disc usually isn't the complete experience anymore, and most games require installs, updates, patches, and sometimes online authentication before you've even playing the version the developers intended you to play. And in many cases, the disc is simply the starting point, not the entire game. Now, could a company theoretically revoke access to a digital game? Sure, it's technically possible, but let's be realistic. How often does that actually happen with major console games? Games usually disappear because they're 20 years old. Online services eventually shut down, and the player base just simply isn't there anymore. Servers cost money to maintain forever. I just don't think Rockstar is going to wake up one random Tuesday and decide to delete Grand Theft Auto 6 from everyone's library. Could it happen? Technically speaking, sure. Do I think it's a realistic concern? Not really. I think most of us are going to be playing GTA 6 for a very, very long time regardless. Now let's talk about the haters. Oh, the game is overhyped. Oh, GTA 6 is going to kill the gaming industry. It's going to destroy the economy. I can't afford it. How about you shut up? No, seriously. Shut up. Do we have nothing else to be upset about? Let's start with this whole it's overhyped. GTA is not overhyped. I think Rockstar has earned the hype badge. Now there's a difference. When Rockstar says they're making the biggest open world game they've ever built, history tells us they're probably going to deliver. GTA 3 changed gaming. Vice City raised the bar. San Andreas expanded what people thought was possible. And GTA 4 pushed realism. GTA 5 became one of the best-selling entertainment products of all time. Rockstar has built a reputation over 2 decades delivering games that changed the conversation. So no, I definitely do not think it's overhyped. I think it's one of the few franchises that has actually earned that level of excitement. And then there's the argument that GTA 5 is somehow going to kill the gaming industry. Honestly, I think it's going to do the exact opposite. And I think it's going to raise the standard. Every time Rockstar releases a Grand Theft Auto, developers around the world pay attention, not because they have to copy what they're doing, but because it shows what's possible now. Features that once felt impossible or that only existed through mods and community projects suddenly become things developers start chasing in future games. Competition is good. Innovation is good. If GTA pushes the industry forward, everybody wins. Everybody. Now let's talk about this whole economic ruin thing. And every time GTA launches, people joke that nobody's going to work that day. And honestly, there's probably some truth to it. Some people will absolutely take vacation days. Some people will call out sick. Some businesses will probably be a little slower than normal. But that's not economic collapse. It's no different than people taking time off for the Super Bowl, a major movie premiere, Black Friday, or a once-in-a-decade event they're excited about. If anything, a launch this big creates economic activity too. Retail stores sell consoles and accessories. Companies sell TVs, monitors, controllers, hard drives, snacks, energy drinks, merchandise, collectibles. Content creators make videos, streamers go live, news outlets cover it. It's one of the biggest entertainment launches in the world, and that creates business just as much as it temporarily shifts where people are spending their time. And finally, I can't afford this game. Look, I get it. I completely get it. I genuinely understand that money is tight for a lot of people right now. That is very real. The game comes out in November. If you know today that you want it, you've got months to put a little money on the side if it's a priority for you. Even setting aside a few dollars a week between now and launch gets you there. And if you still can't buy it day one, that's okay too. The game's not going anywhere. You still get to experience it when the time is right. Because at the end of the day, Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't about going anywhere. The excitement will still be there, and Vice City will still be waiting for you. Now, content creators have been putting in some serious work, right? Breaking down every trailer, every screenshot, every line of text, every detail Rockstar has released, and that's not easy. It takes time, it takes research, it takes editing, and I'm sure it takes away from sleep, free time, and even time with their families. But because of that work, the GTA community has had something to talk about during all of Rockstar's silence. They've kept the conversations alive, and they've challenged the theories. They've debunked the fake leaks. They found details that most of us would have completely missed. Whether you agree with every opinion they have or not, you have to respect the amount of effort that's gone into covering GTA 6 over the last few years. So I want to give a shout out to a few creators that I think have been absolutely killing it. I have to start off with the GOAT, Jetro. One of the things I love about his content is how he breaks down the obscure little details that most of us have experienced in GTA for years, but never really stopped to think about it. He has a way of taking something we've all done as players 100 times and make you realize there's a deeper mechanic, design choice, or story behind it. That's what makes his content so unique. It's definitely worth checking out. Drama versus the world. The dude has been throwing out some authentic content regarding the GTA space. I love what he's doing. Check him out. Cyber, formerly known as Cyberboy, he has always been on top of it every single time, and it's always a pleasure seeing him put something up. TGG has been at it for a long time, and he's even got some great content of him going to Miami to break down some of the stuff from the trailers. And then Sav, who is more newer to me, but I like his energy, I like his style. He's always talking and deep diving into the GTA space. But I cannot forget about my homie, the only JM. Me and him, we have some real deep conversation about Grand Theft Auto as a whole. Not just GTA 6, but what this franchise has meant to gaming over the years. And a lot of those conversations actually inspired ideas that ended up making their way into this video. Now, I'm not affiliated with any of these creators. They're not paying me to say this, and they probably don't even know I'm making this video. I just believe that when people are putting out authentic, well-researched quality content, they deserve to be recognized. So if you got some free time and you're looking for more GTA content, do yourself a favor and check them out. I think you'll find they're doing exactly what this community needs right now, and keeping the conversation honest, keeping it exciting, and reminding us why we're all here in the first place. Because at the end of the day, we're all just fans waiting to jump back into a brand new Grand Theft Auto together. Before I wrap this up, I do want to say one thing. I know a lot of you are probably wondering why I haven't talked about GTA Online, the future of role-playing, no pixel, 5M, and everything that comes with that side of the game. But trust me, I have a lot to say about it, enough that it deserves its own video. So keep an eye on that, because that'll be coming shortly after this one is out. But as far as everything we talked about today, my overall opinion is pretty simple. I'm excited, just like millions of other people around the world. The only real complaint I have is Rockstar locking a couple of businesses behind the Ultimate Edition, and that's a decision I personally don't agree with, and hopefully it's something they rethink in the future. I don't think they will, though. But outside of that, I genuinely cannot wait to play this game, and I don't have any complaints about anything at all. I grew up with Grand Theft Auto, just like so many people in my generation and the generations after us. This series has given us unforgettable memories, crazy stories, legendary characters, hours upon hours of laughter with friends. And yes, it's also had its flaws. No game is perfect. No company is perfect. Rockstar makes mistakes and they'll probably make more. But if you've never actually played a Grand Theft Auto game and you're telling everyone else why they shouldn't be excited, I'm sorry, my friend, but your opinion doesn't really carry much weight with me. At least play the game first. Then tell me why you don't like it. But what I don't understand is why every major game release has to become a competition over who can hate it the most. Can we not just be excited anymore? Are we not allowed to enjoy something? I didn't realize we were living in the People's Republic of... You're not going to ruin this one for us. We're excited. We're counting down the days, and when November gets here, we're going to enjoy every second of it. Whether you're buying the standard edition or the ultimate edition, whether you're playing on day one or 6 months later, whether you're a veteran who's been here since GTA 3 or someone picking up Grand Theft Auto for the first time, I hope you have an incredible time. Because at the end of the day, that's what gaming is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about having fun. It's supposed to be about making memories, escaping reality for a little. And Grand Theft Auto has been doing exactly that for over 2 decades. Whether people like it or not, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And honestly, I can't wait to see what Rockstar has in store for all of us. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear where you agree with me, where you disagree, what you're most excited for when GTA 6 finally launches. If you've enjoyed the conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out everything we're building over at Clean Sanchez Media. Wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, and whoever is watching, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. I'm Clean Sanchez. Be good to each other, enjoy the things you love, and I'll see you in Vice City.